Hello! We're talking about the entirety of my 2021 bullet journal, what worked, what didn't, and favorite theme. Behold the cover page with all of the theme. I liked having this a lot, so I brought it along to this year's journal too. I did not use the key. My future log wasn't really effective either since it took too much effort to jump back here, hence why I hyperlinked my new journal. I wrote down birthdays, which I've hidden, but you can see the numbers. A lot of the things will be hidden since they're quite personal, so just a disclaimer. I love my year-in memories or year-in review setup because I got to paste my favorite memories on here. It got pretty laggy though, so I ended up making collages elsewhere and pasting only 4 pictures here rather than a bajillion onto GoodNotes to prevent the lag. And my goals, I did accomplish some of them. My personal finance page, which wasn't in the original setup videos, and growth tracking page, which I won't be doing anymore, but thanks to everyone who subscribed. We grew pretty steadily and I'm looking forward to all of the themes this year too. My very first theme on a digital journal. The lighthouse theme might have been a lot for a first theme. I was literally still figuring out how to use Procreate and GoodNotes, and also figuring out my style. Oh, but we did a good job at filling in the mood and habits for this month. I also used a schedule weekly format, which I found wasn't necessary for what I was using this journal for, so I changed it for the other weeks. I also tried a reward system to stay productive, but it didn't work for me. At this point, I love the song Afterglow, so I did a page for it, which turned out so well for my beginner self back then. I'm still a beginner actually, what am I talking about? And then The Queen's Gambit was on Netflix and I also loved it, so I did chess theme for February. This theme was Pink Overload. I really liked how clean this mood tracker looks, and the chess clocks are also cute. I tried to be fancy with my habit page, but I was trying to track 2 things on one chessboard and it didn't have enough space, so it didn't really work and I didn't bother fixing it. I also failed at exercising, but you didn't see how empty it was. I'm truly exposing myself in this video. This app tracker page that I stuck with and never did again because it was a lot. I've just been setting app limits on my phone. My minimal weeklies. And a couple of celebration pages. March was food truck theme, which was stressful to do. I had a lot of ideas and it became this really complicated thing until I decided to just draw the trucks, which was still a lot. I'm also in a constant struggle between wanting to do something elaborate and wanting to save time and do something more on the minimal side. I did a little stop motion thing for my weeks, which was pretty cool. Okay, actually April was the most stressful theme, even though it's so cute. I'm not an artist, I just enjoy drawing, but I'm also a perfectionist, so I wanted the cats to look the way I envisioned them to, which they didn't because I'm not that skilled. So it took a long time to draw and for me to accept it. It was like my most monthly viewed video though, so maybe I worried for nothing. I also drew lots of different poses and had different fur colors on the cats, so it's one of the most elaborate themes as well. But I did pop off on the mood tracker. Oh, I also have a song a day tracker here. I might bring that back sometime because I do like knowing what artists I was into. May is for brunch and sipping on mimosas, if you're legal, of course. It's such a colorful and bold theme. I love the monthly setup, but it was a pain to do the colors for the dates in GoodNotes. I also like this drawing, but I wish I outlined the fruits better, or even add like a white outline to make them pop more. But overall, I really like this theme. And now we're in June. I love the colors and the style for this theme, like the boho style and kind of the different shades of teal blue. I want to do something like this again. The mood and habit page didn't really work out though, since they were pretty hard to fill in, but hey, they were pretty creative. July was a different type of colorful. The snow cones were really easy to draw and colored in, especially digitally. August's theme had so much meaning to me. I'm glad I translated the picture that I had in my head onto the page well. I also think I got a little better with Procreate and drawing digitally at this point. That and seeing other people's illustrations and learning different techniques from them. I also had fun with the mood tracker for this month because it was like I was decorating actual bonbons. Also, the names for the different types of chocolate worked out well with the moods. September's theme was my attempt to do a crystal theme, but trying to be more original by putting it on a digital Pantone cards because it was a trend at the time to paint on Pantone cards. I like the way it turned out though, especially the monthly's page illustration. Like, I did that compared to my January's theme. I didn't do a mood or a habit tracker for this month because I was being experimental, but alas, it didn't work, so I came back. I was looking forward to doing October's theme, and I had so many ideas that I wish I could do them all, but I went with the potions. I think I was watching an anime at the time where the main character made potions, so it also was my inspiration. I love the mist effect that I use in this theme, and that's just from the Procreate smudge tool. November was fall scrapbook themed, and it included suggestions from you guys, like the campfire, the s'mores, the hoodies. Since there were a few different things, I turned it into a scrapbook theme as well so that everything had a purpose. This was the beginning of my obsession with the same page habit and mood tracker, since I wouldn't have to flip a page to fill them in. Just me being lazy. And December! It was a Christmas decoration theme, and I did this elaborate fireplace piece for the cozy vibes. There's a minimalistic Christmas tree in the notes that honestly could have been its own theme. I brought back March's weekly layout for December, but no stop motion element this time. And those were all of the pages. Let me know which theme or themes are your faves. Mine are probably June and August. Press the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon!